The next incarnation is of Lord Shri Rama. Now, the Jaya and Vijaya, they were eliminated as Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu by Lord Vishnu by virtue of Varahavatar and Narasimhavatar. And the next birth Jaya and Vijaya took is of Ravan and Kumbhakarna, the sons of Paulastya Maharshi, and they were so powerful, still they obtained some more strength from Lord Brahma. And Ravan, by birth itself, he had 10 heads and 20 hands. And all the heads, as usual, 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, 1 mouth, etc. He was having 10 heads like that. And Kumbhakarna is his younger brother. He also had another brother called Vibhishan, who is totally of a different and noble nature. He was known as Bhagavatottaman. Vibhishan used to be a devotee of Lord Mahavishnu and very well versed in Srimad Bhagavatam and all that. Whereas Ravan and Kumbhakarna went for meditation. Ravan got whatever he asked. Now, Kumbhakarna, he was about to ask such a blessing, Vardhan, that, and the youngest son, Vibhishan, was a very, very committed devotee of Lord Vishnu, and he used to learn and chant the Srimad Bhagavatam. And whereas Ravan and Kumbhakarna went for meditation to gain adequate strength to challenge any person who are strong or stronger than them. So, Ravan, after meditation, Lord Brahma, pleased with his committed meditation, and gave him whatever he asked. Whereas Kumbhakarna was very much focused, whereas he wanted the total elimination of all devas from the entire 3 world, especially Devalok. Now, when the devas knew about it, this is what he is going to ask. Now, they requested Goddess Saraswati to influence Kumbhakarna by sitting on his tongue. Kumbhakarna, when Brahma came in front of Kumbhakarna asking what he is looking for, what he is seeking for, Kumbhakarna, instead of asking Nirdevatva, he asked for Nidravatva. So Brahma said, okay, don't worry, go and sleep. Now, from there onwards, Kumbhakarna was given this blessing of sleeping. But that is very dangerous. A person keeps on sleeping. So, his elder brother Ravanan requested Brahma to relax the blessing what he has given, Nidravatvam. So, he said, okay, I am giving a concession, 6 months you sleep, 6 months you live. 6 months you live with all worldly pleasures, enjoy your life, and 6 months you sleep. So, that continuity will not be there, when he attacks any of the devas. So, Kumbhakaran was given that gift. Now, after that, the marriage of Lord Shri Ram, Lord Shri Ram's birth, his education, and Rajarshi Vishwamitra came to Dasharath requesting Dasharatha Maharaja to send Lord Shri Ram and his younger brother Lakshman to safeguard his interest of yagas and all that, which demons, the daityas, they used to disturb frequently. So Dasharatha was totally perplexed and he doesn't know what to answer. If he doesn't permit, then that will be a big curse from Lord Vishwamitran. So their Kulaguru Vasishtha Maharshi, he approached Vasishtha Maharshi and asked, what should I do? So Vasishtha Maharshi advised Maharaja Dasharatha that there is nothing to worry, because what he is going to ask is for the benefit of Devas only, so you don't have to worry about it. You can easily send your both the sons, Lord Ram and his younger brother Saumitri, that is Lakshman. So both of them were sent along with Rajarshi Vishwamitra, and Vishwamitra showed the demons who used to attack. So Lord Ram told Vishwamitra, you can now start the yaga, let the demons come, I will make sure that you will not have any problem with them. So Lord Shri Ram and Lakshman, both of them, they eliminated all the asuras who came to disrupt the yaga. So they all were eliminated. Rajarshi Vishwamitra was so much pleased, and he said, okay, now we have some more things to do. They took him to a place where they found a statue. Lord Vishwamitra explained him, this is the statue of Ahalya Devi. Ahalya Devi became a statue because Ahalya Devi was leading a very, very noble life with Gautama Muni, who is again a grandson of Brahma. And in Gautama Muni's ashram, everything was good. Every happiness you will get, every holy atmosphere you will get. So they were living happily. But Ahalya Devi is the epitome of beauty in the entire world. So Lord Indra, he was tempted by Kamadev, and Kamadev used to tempt people to have excessive pleasures. So Lord Indra was trying to find out a way how to get Ahalya, at least for some time, to have this worldly pleasure. For that, one day when Gautama Muni went for his Sandhyavandan to the river, at that time, Lord Indra visited, disguising himself as Gautama Muni. Now, when Ahalya Devi saw Gautama Muni again, she asked, what happened? You went for Sandhyavandan. He said, no, when I went out, I found that, it is still, there is time for the sunset. So I came back, and then he went and he had affair and some intercourse with Ahalya Devi. Somehow Gautama Muni came to know about it due to his extra sensory power. He came back and found somebody in his guise, as if Gautama Muni, a duplicate Gautama Muni has come and had an affair or some exchange of pleasantries with Ahalya Devi. Immediately, he caught hold of that duplicate Gautama Muni and asked who you are and what is the purpose of your coming and what did you do. So, realizing his mistake, the best way to come out of this situation is to accept and plead guilty. Now, Lord Indra said, I am Lord Indra and I have done a sin and you please kindly forgive me about that. So he said, this cannot be easily treated as a simple sin. This is a very major sin. So I am going to curse you. Instead of converting you into ashes, I will give a little bit relaxation, but you should suffer. And he cursed Indra, and he simultaneously cursed Ahalya Devi also, that you have to live as a statue for years together till Lord Shri Ram comes and puts his feet on your statue. At that time you will get the relief from the curse. And once it is done, you will become purified. And once you are totally purified, you can come to me and you can serve me as my wife. So that is Ahalya's history. Rajarshi Vishwamitra told the Lord Ram. So it is a time for Ahalya Devi to get relief from this curse from Gautama Muni. So you have to give her that. So please put your legs on that statue. Lord Shri Ram did that, and Ahalya Devi praised Lord Shri Ram. There were a lot of stuti, kirtan and all that. After that, she went back to Gautama Muni, giving all the blessings to this young king, the Yuvaraja, Lord Shri Ram, and Lord Saumitri, that is Lakshman. And Rajarshi Vishwamitra took both of them to the kingdom Mithila, where he said, Janaka Maharaja has announced the Swayamvar or the marriage ceremony of his daughter Sita. Now, the condition is there is a Shiva Chapa. And it is owned by Lord Shiva, a big bow and arrow. This bow and arrow, the person who hits the target, Sita Devi as his wife. So all the kings, they tried and they failed. So now Rajarshi Vishwamitra has brought two young king, heir apparent king, and let them try. So Lord Shri Ram went and very easily took the bow and arrow and hit the target. And so Janaka Maharaja then requested Rajarshi Vishwamitra to negotiate with Dasharatha Maharaja, that in case if the horoscope and everything matches, I have 3 more daughters and Maharaja Dasharath has got 3 more sons. So whether we can have all the four marriages in the same venue on the same day. So Rajarshi Vishwamitra said, it's a very encouraging proposal. I will definitely take this up with the Maharaja Dasharath. So let somebody go over there and invite them for this mega event. Total family of Raja Dasharath and his ministers and his all important near and dear ones. Accordingly, the message was sent and it reached, and especially a special message for Maharshi Vasishtha, their family teacher, family guru, and his wife Arundhati Devi also to be invited. And once they reach here, we can take further things forward. So they all have come with so much of happiness, and the proposal was presented by Rajarshi Vishwamitran to Vasishtha Maharshi, and Vasishtha Maharshi requested Maharaja Dasharath to consider this. So when Maharaja Dasharath, invariably he has got a very positive attitude for everything, he accepted the proposal, and went and embraced Maharaja Janak Maharaja, and the marriage was solemnized with all celebrations, and they stayed there for 2-3 days, and subsequently they all went back to Ayodhya, where Janaka Maharaja and Sita Devi's mother and the ministers and all that accompanied to an extent, to some portion, and said, we will come over there subsequently later on. Like that, they have reached back Ayodhya. And they were leading a very peaceful life over there for some time. This was very peaceful and enjoyable for these children. One day, the goddess Earth and the other gods like Devendra and Lord Shiva, they all discussed with Narada and Narada Maharshi, and all elderly, serious people saying that the purpose of Shri Rama avatar, the incarnation of Shri Ram, is not for enjoyment or peace. Now, a context has to be created wherein Lord Ram has to go to the forest, and he has to ultimately accomplish the purpose of his incarnation. In case, because Raja Dasharath announced the crowning ceremony of Lord Shri Ram, the moment they heard it, they all went upset. So what is the remedy for this? What is the solution for this? They discussed. The only thing is that we have to find a solution through Goddess Saraswati. And Lord Brahma advised her that you sit on the tongue of Mandhara, who is a helper to the Maharanis, especially Kaikeyi. Maharaja Dasharath has got 3 wives. The first wife is Kausalya, the second one is Kaikeyi, and the third one is Sumitra. All the 3 were not having children, and according to the advice of Maharshi Vasishtha, they conducted a Putrakameshti Yagam, and in the Yagam, they got a prasadam from a divine entity who gave this, it's a payasam, and asked to share among the wives. So, at that particular moment, there were only two wives, that is, the first wife, Kausalya, and the second wife, Kaikeyi. When they got it, they asked them to consume it. So, what she did is, the Kausalya did is, she shared her payasam and gave one portion called Sumitra. She gave it to her. Seeing that, Kaikeyi used to follow Kausalya for each and everything, and she used to see her as a role model. Kaikeyi also shared her half portion to Sumitra. Now all three conceived. Kausalya and Kaikeyi, and Sumitra conceived twins. Now, during the pregnancy period, whatever rituals are required, everything were performed intact by Dasharatha Maharaja according to the advice of Maharshi Vasishtha. Maharshi Vasishtha being the family guru, whatever is required for the family, for the healthy, wealthy and peaceful living, whatever is required, he used to advise, and Maharaja Dasharath used to follow his instructions, and this was performed according to the guidance of Guru Maharshi Vasishtha. So, during the pregnancy period, like Seemantam, Pumsavanam, like that, what all systems are to be followed, rituals are to be followed, everything was done. After the 271st day, on that day, Kausalya delivered a baby boy. Same day, after some time, Kaikeyi also delivered a baby boy. Sumitra, the next day, Sumitra delivered twins. And after the birth, again there were a lot more rituals were to be done, which all performed very well. And in the 6th month of their birth, the naming ceremony took place, and they were named as first boy from Kausalya was named as Rama, and the second boy from Kaikeyi was named as Bharata, and the other two twins were given the names of Lakshman and Shatrughna. So all the 4 boys were named, and then subsequently they started growing up, and they were having all the academic things from Maharshi Vasishtha, and including everything. And Raja Vishwamitra complimented it during the travel for this Yaga Raksha. At that time, before that, they completed all the Divya, Astram, everything. Rajarshi Vishwamitra has given the Upadesham, the advice to all the 4 boys. So, that was the background of it, how these 4 boys were born. Now, those 4 boys were married to the 4 daughters of Janaka Maharaja and then came back. So, all this was okay. Now, the situation has come, being the eldest, the heir apparent is Lord Rama. So Dasharatha Maharaja, Maharshi Vasishtha, and they announced, let it not be postponed, let it be tomorrow. So there was no time given. So ultimately, Goddess Saraswati had to rush to Mandhara's tank, and she sat on Mandhara's tank and made her say to Kaikeyi, gave all sorts of, till that time, Kaikeyi once upon a time, when during the war between the Devas and Asuras, Lord Indra requested Maharaja Dasharath to help in the war, and Maharaja Dasharath helped in the war. During the war, there was a mishappening which the king Maharaja Dasharath came to know only after the whole episode. All war is over and the Devas side won the war battle, and at that time the wheel of the chariot, that was about to be out, because that shaft got disconnected. So Kaikeyi put her finger in that. She has got a gift during her childhood that, this will act like a diamond. So she put her finger and remained till the end of the battle. The Maharaja Dasharath was totally concentrating on the battle and he didn't know about it. But subsequently, when the battle was over, when he got down, she was not that quick. Then he was asking, so her finger he saw that it is. So Maharaja Dasharath asked, what happened? He said, this had happened. I mean, as if, a normal thing. So Raja Dasharath, he was amazingly grateful to her and told her that you can ask me whatever you want. So 2 gifts I will give you for this. One is for saving my life. The next is for the winning of the battle. So Kaikeyi said, okay, no problem, no issue, but not now. I don't need anything now from you except your love and affection. That is more than sufficient. Whenever an occasion comes, I will ask. At that time, you can give me. So Mandhara came and told her, look, why are you behaving like a fool? Kaikeyi said, what? Why? No, tomorrow the crowning ceremony of the elder son is Bharatan, Shatrughnan and Lakshmanan, all of them will be his warriors and his followers. Whatever he says, he has to. And not only that, you will be a servant of Kausalya. Do you want that? I said, look, I never felt like that. So that is the reason I am asking you, why are you not making use of your common sense? I said, what should I do? All you have to do is, you have got 2 promises from Raja Dasharath. So these 2 you ask now. One is, crowning ceremony should be done for Bharatan, that is your son, and Lord Shri Ram, he should not be here. If he is here, this will not happen. So ask Maharaja Dasharath to send him to the forest, at least for 14 years. During that 14 years, the youth Raja Bharatan will get adjusted with the new responsibilities and he will become proficient in his governing activities and all that. And you will be the number one lady in the country. So, all you have to do is, don't keep your smile on your face. You pretend yourself that you are totally distressed, you have been ignored, your son has been ignored. Go to that particular room where, when you are all having sorrow, grief, go over there and start acting in such a way that Maharaja Dasharath should come to you and ask for the remedy, and that time you tell all this. Tomorrow when I come, the whole thing, Lord Shri Ram should have been sent to the forest, and the Abhishekam should be, crowning ceremony should be for Bharatan. Kaigeyi started acting, and it exactly so happened what Goddess Saraswati told through Mandhara and made her talk like that, and same way it is Goddess Saraswati only persuaded and made all the script the way it was designed by Saraswati through Mandhara, Goddess Saraswati through Mandhara. So the plan was well executed, and it was really a touching scene in that thing. But Lord Ram, he knows that I am meant for that. I was waiting for an opportunity, so he convinced everyone, you don't have to worry about me. Taking so much of huge responsibility, sitting in the wearing the crown and sitting in the most important chair, going to the forest and having experience with the animals over there, with the little ones and with the bigger ones, and also with the munis, various ashrams, I will be immensely blessed. So, it is a blessing for me. And second thing is, it is my father's wish. My father has given these promises to my mother Kaigeyi. So, it's my duty being the son, and I will fulfill that. So, convincing all of them, even Maharshi Vasishtha also knows this is something predestined. So, when he started going to the forest, Lakshman said, because Kausalya's portion of payasam was given to Sumitra, and Lakshman was born out of that payasam. So, Raman and Lakshman has got the close relationship through the payasam. Similarly, Bharatan and Shatrughna, they are very much interconnected. They are like, though Lakshman and Shatrughna were twins, it is the other way around. Raman, whatever he does, Lakshman follows him. And Lakshman is the incarnation of Anantan. Anantan means where Lord Vishnu, sleeps. That is Anantan. So whenever an incarnation takes place, whenever he needs a help, always Anantan used to be there. That we will come to know in the next incarnation also. Now, they went to the forest, and Tataka came there, a lot of people, Shurpanakha, and to solve the confrontation with Shurpanakha, that is Ravana's sister, she came and told Shri Ram that you have to marry me, and you can have all enjoyment with me. I'll take you to places, and you will never have such. So he said, I'm already done. I have my wife. So he could be a better choice. So like that, it went on, and then ultimately Shurpanakha's other brothers, the Karan and one or two, they all came with, millions of warriors, soldiers and all that. And ultimately, Lord Shri Ram and Lakshmana eliminated all these, and they were moving ahead, and then went to the other ashramams and visited those yogis, and they were looking for, actually Lord Shri Ram was looking for an opportunity or to create a context wherein he can have a reach to Ravanan. So it also happened very nicely that in order to take revenge against the Shurpanakha's event, Lakshmanan cut her nose and breast and all that, ears, nose and breast. For that, Ravanan came to this forest. He came all the way from Sri Lanka, came and asked about the whole thing. They said, the way they started explaining about Shri Raman and Lakshmanan and Sita Devi, they projected Sita Devi as the epitome of beauty, all three worlds. So Ravanan thought, that would be a good choice for me, and I will have some more pleasure with this girl. And Ravanan approached Marijan, you go over there as a beautiful deer and tempt her to come out. Whereas Lord Shri Ram has gone to protect some other munis, so asking Lakshman to take care of his his sister-in-law. Lakshman was doing his duty perfectly. And meanwhile, this deer came, and Sita got so amazingly attracted to this deer and asked Lakshman to get this deer. So Lakshman said, I can't go. Meanwhile, Sri Ram came, so she started crying and saying that I want this deer. So Sri Ram went after this deer. The deer took Sri Ram away, and that deer Marijan created so much of sound, asking for help in Sri Ram's voice. So Sita Devi asked Lakshman, you go, your brother is in danger. Actually, I shouldn't have told him to get the deer, because it's a deer after all, and he is such a great expert in all the things, and it is for him it's a small child's game to get that deer. But anyway, now this alarming sound has come. Now you go and bring your brother. He said, no, I can't go. He is not such a person. He doesn't need any help and all that. So I will not go, because I am asked to be here to protect you. Look, gentlemen, you are crossing the limit. If you have any such bad intention, believe me, you will be able to touch my dead body only. Because in the absence, if something happens to him, the response, your response compels me to believe that you have got some malified intentions. So if that is there, otherwise you go and get him. So he just shut his both the ears. Bhabhi, you are talking which is not there in my mind at all. Anyway, I am going, I will go, but please don't cross this line. So he created a line, and he went to protect Lord Shri Ram. Now, at that time, Ravan came disguised as a sannyasi, as a saint, and asked Sita Devi. She received him as a saint, and he asked him, "Why such a beautiful girl like you? You are in the forest. What brings you here?" So she said, "No, we are on a mission because for next 14 years we have to be in the forest. Myself, my husband, and my brother-in-law. We three will be spending 14 years in the forest." So he said, "No, no, no. You come along with me. You will be my queen. I'll take you. I am the emperor of Sri Lanka. I've got all amenities, all luxuries, all pleasantries. I will make you happy throughout the life. All you need to do is to just come along with me." He said, "I respected you thinking that you are a saint, but you turned out to be a rogue. So leave this place now." So he said, "I will leave, but I will take you along with me." So he took Sita. "I will not touch you if you come along with me," and board the Pushpak Viman of mine. There was no option. She had to go along with him, and they flew to Sri Lanka. And in Ashokavan, Sita Devi was put, deputing so many maids, the demon maids, to convince her that the life with Ravan will be much more graceful, much more meaningful, much more result oriented. She will have all pleasures. So she was in total agony. She realized her mistake of sending Lakshman. So while going to Sri Lanka, Jatayu, there is a bird, that Jatayu came and stopped him, because Jatayu knew that this Sita Devi is the wife of Lord Shri Ram. So this is somebody is kidnapping her and taking her away. So that bird fought with them, destroyed that chariot, that Pushpak Viman. So Ravan took out that sword, Chandrahasam, and cut the wings of this bird, Jatayu, and Jatayu fell down. Seeing all this, the Sita Devi took away some ornaments from her head and then put it near that, as a mark of that she has been taken through this way, and also blessed Jatayu, "You will be alive till my Swami, that is Lord Shri Ram, comes to you, and he will give you the Sadgati, the moksha, the liberalization. He will give you. Till such time you will live, but please explain him what had happened." With a lot of gratitude, Jatayu bid farewell to Sita Devi, and Lord Shri Ram and Lakshman, both of them, they were coming back. At that time, saw a huge bird lying over there. He instantly thought that, it's another demon who might have come for some evil purpose. So let us kill this bird. This huge animal. They didn't know that it is, from distance they didn't know. So there Jatayu, with the available strength, Jatayu said, "I am not a person to be killed. I am here to convey a message to you. Afterwards I will go gracefully. And I am your father's dearest friend, Raja Dasharath." So when both of them heard about their father's name through this, they came to Jatayu and found that he is almost in a in a fatal position and asked about the incident. The Jatayu explained everything, and Shri Ram, with a gentle touch, Jatayu got the Sadgati, the moksham, and Jatayu explained Shri Ram that he has gone to the southern side. You will get more information about this when you move towards south. So Lord Shri Ram asked Lakshman to arrange a funeral and to give a respectful funeral to him, and let us do all the rituals, whatever has to be done. So a grateful ritual were given to Jatayu, and both of them then started moving towards south, and they met Hanuman. Actually, the news spread that Sita Devi has been captured by some demon, some Daitya. So Hanuman was not aware of his strength actually at that time. The moment he was born, he went to capture the sun, Surya, thinking that it's a fruit. So the way Hanuman was coming, Surya started fearing and approached Brahma, and Brahma said, okay, no problem, he will not have the total memory of what he is. So he will become a normal monkey only, a Vanara only, till such time when it is necessary for him to act as he is, as the whole capacity he has got. So everyone was trying to search for Sita. According to Jatayu's thing, they saw Hanuman, and Hanuman told that your grievances will be solved once you get her into a treaty with my boss, Lord Sugriva, the king Sugriva. Actually, he has an issue with his elder brother. It's due to a misunderstanding, but Bali, he cannot go in front of Bali because Bali will kill him, thinking that Sugrivan has tried to kill Bali, but actually it was not like that. But anyway, he cannot go to Bali. So once you are able to save Sugrivan from Bali, Bali is the son of Lord Devendra, and Sugrivan is the son of Aditya, Lord Aditya. So you kindly meet my boss Sugrivan, and once you are able to solve his issue, he will solve your problem in locating Sita and getting, because we are so much of strength we have. So Hanuman told Shri Ram that you are in problem now. My boss also in a problem. My boss has got a problem with his elder brother Bali, and Bali, being the son of Devendra, Lord Devendra, and he is the strongest person in the world. So Sugrivan cannot beat him, and there was no necessity also. Sugrivan has got a clear conscience that he has not done anything wrong with Bali, but fearing Bali, Sugrivan has gone to a very far distant place, and he is there. So if you can come along with me, I will introduce you to Sugrivan, and both of you can get into some sort of arrangement. You solve Sugrivan's problem, Raja Sugrivan's problem, by eliminating Bali from this world. And Sugrivan will solve your present problem of locating Sita Devi and retrieving her from the clutches of Ravan. So Lord Shri Ram said, I am ready, because somehow I need to locate my wife, and for that I can do any help to anyone, and there is nothing that I cannot do. The way you explained about Bali, with my toe, I can throw him out. So don't worry about it, I will do that. For the sake of normally I don't do that. But in this particular case, I have to prioritize, and getting into a contract with Sugriva, that will be a very advisable thing, and I am ready to do that. So Lord Shri Ram went along with Hanuman and Lakshman, met Sugrivan. Sugrivan greeted them, and Sugrivan explained him that he is my elder brother. He has removed me from that palace, and not only that, he is using my wife. He has made my wife as his wife. So all these have taken place. I wanted to come out of this situation, and for that the only solution is to eliminate Bali. And if you can do that, your problem I will solve. All my forces can be deployed for locating Sita Devi and retrieving Sita Devi from Ravan's clutches. And they entered into that contract. The next day, Lord Shri Ram asked Sugrivan to challenge Bali. When both of you were battling, I will finish Bali. It happened. Bali was killed, and there are a lot of questions and answers between Bali and Shri Ram. And ultimately, Shri Ram convinced that you are suffering because of your wrong deeds. So there is nothing to worry. You will ultimately reach my position only over there. You can straight away go over there. It's your. So Bali started worshipping him and accepted his verdict. And Sugrivan became the king of Kishkindha. So got the new king, Sugriva, who was crowned as the Maharaja of Kishkindha, and within a few months' time, they made a total strategic plan how to go to Lanka, how to reach there, how to cross the ocean. The Indian Ocean has to be crossed for that. For that, they said, let us go and find out the pros and cons. On the way, at Pamba, they met the very devoted disciple of Lord Vishnu called Shabari. So they stayed over there, and as per Shabari's request, Lord Shri Ram gave her liberation, and according to Shabari's advice, Lord Shri Ram went to Rameswaram, and she asked her to construct a bridge between Rameswaram and the Sri Lanka capital, Ravan's fort. In other words, it is the security wall of Sri Lanka. So there, the different job was entrusted to different people. Neelan, there is a wanderer whose name is Neelan. Neelan is the son of Vishwakarma, who is a very good architect and who is well versed in construction field. So Neelan was entrusted the job of constructing a bridge between these two countries, Bharat and Sri Lanka. And the entire soldiers went to Sri Lanka under the leadership of Lord Shri Rama and Hanuman and Sugrivan and Bali's son Angad. Many people, they went there and they invaded the Lanka city. But before that, Hanuman crossed the ocean, the total distance between Rameshwaram and Sri Lanka, by a leap, by a jump, and he reached there, found out Sita Devi, gave the mark of Lord Shri Ram, convinced her that there is nothing to worry, we are all coming as a force and defeat Ravan and get you back to Lord Shri Ram and back to Ayodhya. So consoled her, went and started killing the demons over there, all the gardens, he destroyed good palaces, so many things he did. And meanwhile, Ravan's son Acharyan Kumar has come and challenged Hanuman. Hanuman killed him, and Acharyan Kumar's elder brother, Ravan's elder son, Indrajit, came and hit Hanuman with Brahmastra. And Hanuman had a curse for 3/4 of an hour to undergo this astram and to get unconscious. So that was over, and he was taken to Ravan's assembly, where Hanuman gave him a good advice that, you return Sita, because we are all there to come and invade your country and take you, defeating you, either killing you or taking you as a prisoner. So it is better you surrender yourself and seek blessings from Lord Shri Ram by returning Sita Devi. So Ravan wanted to punish him. So Ravan's brother, younger brother, Vibhishan said, it is not at all a good thing to kill a messenger. Hanuman is a messenger and we should not do anything to him, but at the same time, there should be some mark. So for monkeys, the tail is the biggest sensitive part. So let us put fire on this monkey's tail and lit it, and then send him back to India, to Bharat. So they all started bringing so much of clothes to cover the tail, and whatever number of clothes were brought, that was not sufficient to cover his entire tail. And ultimately, Hanuman decided, this is good. And they put him, dipped the tail with the cloth in the oil and lit the tail with the fire. And Hanuman did a marvelous job by spreading this fire throughout Lanka and getting the whole good things in Sri Lanka into fire, turning into ashes. Hanuman returned with all the good messages, including Sita Devi's, to Lord Shri Ram and her mark of identification. That also gave it to Shri Ram. Lord Shri Ram was so happy, and then they planned about the war, and they started the war. The war took place for a few days, and ultimately Ravan's remaining son Indrajit and all his ministers all his great warriors, even his younger brother Kumbhakarna, who used to sleep for 6 months and live for 6 months. He also advised he also advised his elder brother Ravan that, it is better, this Lord Shri Ram is nobody else other than Lord Mahavishnu. It is his incarnation to give us liberation. He promised us that he will come and save us from that birth. Each birth we take, this is our second birth, so let us finish it off. So Ravan said, no, I have to fight. So ultimately they fought. Kumbhakarna also was killed. Indrajit was killed. Everyone was killed in that battle, and ultimately Ravan too. And they asked Vibhishan, Lord Shri Ram asked Vibhishan, his younger brother, who was fighting in his side, Lord Shri Ram's side, a Vishnu Bhakt, a Bhagavatotam, Vibhishan, was asked to perform the rituals of Ravan and Kumbhakarna, because both of them are Vibhishan's elder brothers. So after that, Lord Shri Ram made arrangements for the crowning ceremony of Vibhishanan as the king of Sri Lanka, he declared. And then they all came back to Ayodhya and led a very peaceful, amazing, and till such time Bharadan was not ruling, it was Lord Sri Ram's chappals, the footwear, kept on the Simhasan, and Bharadan was performing as a servant to Lord Sri Ram by doing the noble things which are essential for the public, for the prajas. So when Lord Sri Ram returned on completion of the 14 years period, he was welcomed back to Ayodhya ceremoniously with all illumination, with all dances and music and all that, and ultimately Lord Sri Ram was again crowned as the king of Ayodhya. He ruled it for more than 10,000 years in a very, very great. That is why we still call it as Ramraj. Ramraj means it is with full of good things, everything good. You will find fertile land, you will find all sorts of medicinal plants, all sorts of plants and vegetables, and the pulses and the grains, everything abundantly, and they led a very, very peaceful life during the rest of Ram's life, and then subsequently Swargaharan. The purpose of this incarnation was over very successfully, very effectively.